We asked our viewers to tell us what games they've actually been playing. Old favourites, the latest hotness, you might be surprised. So up next is the People's Choice Top 10.
Yup.
Hello, I'm Matthew, and joining me this month on the People's Choice list is Paula.
Me.
In the real.
Again, in person.
What if my hand just went through you? Like, in person. We're at Dave Loser's house.
That's right. If you haven't checked out Losapalooza on twitch.tv/Losapalooza, that is where Dave and Ilka Luza, and sometimes their son Bo, stream board games.
They do, from this setup.
We are in their studio right now filming this, so a big thank you to them for hosting us.
Working out how to use their equipment and their weird plugs.
So if this seems strange, blame them.
It's been a whole thing.
Okay, the list of games our viewers reported playing this month starts with a game called Egg Slam?
Egg Slam.
That sounds like a messy game.
I hope it's not just the kind of game that I would go and say, want to play Egg Slam? And I'd go, Egg Slam, gotcha.
That
right
definitely sounds like a sibling thing.
You got Egg Slammed.
Egg Slam, a color mixing game in which players race to call out the colors of eggs laid by rainbow-colored birds. Players take turns flipping a card from their deck onto a pile. When an egg card lands on a pile, they yell out the color created by combining the colors of their birds or backgrounds on the other two piles, depending upon whether the rainbow is on the egg itself or on the background. Whoever calls out the correct color first wins the egg card, while the others recover from trying to figure out what that last sentence meant, which is what I'm going to be doing right now, honestly.
I'm no ornithologist, Paula, no matter what the scientific community tell me. But I'm not sure that's how eggs work. Viewer Kathleen L says it's silly and incredibly simple, but also a lot of fun. It rewards quick reflexes and the ability to quickly recognise primary colours and colour blends. I'm absolutely terrible at it.
I think I would be too.
You would be.
Well, okay, and other adults too, she admits.
They annihilate me every time we play. In general, it seems to be that the younger you are, the better you are at this game. It's great for keeping in your bag to pull out whenever the kids need a quick distraction.
You know why the kids are better at it than the adults? Their heads aren't full of like the existential crisis that you start going through once you turn 30.
You played Existential Crisis?
Existential Crisis. That's what this game should actually be called.
It's an egg slamming game for adults when you feel so much rage that you
just like,
squeeze this egg, you'll feel better. This episode, though, has been made possible in part by Sink or Swim from Bezier Games. Inspired by real-life synchronized swimming, Sink or Swim focuses on teamwork, collaboration, and communication. We're great at all of those. Each round, teammates plan for the perfect routine while taking direction from their team captain. The clock starts and the players start trading, placing, and diving for cards to get their performance just right. As your team progresses through each round, the routines become more challenging and throw all sorts of twists your way. At the end of each round, the free app judges your performance based on your timing and accuracy. You and your friends will discover creative tactics for better strategies and scores each time you play. Sink or Swim is available now from BezierGames.com and is coming to retail in November. Follow the link in this video's description to order directly from Bezier Games now.
Agricola gets a tune-up with its revised edition. Updated and streamlined for a new generation of players, Agricola, the award-winning and highly acclaimed game by Uwe Rosenberg, features a revised rulebook and gameplay along with wooden pieces and components for up to 4 players. Only 4. Up to 4. Feeding your family is a special kind of challenge, which is some of those existential crisis adult things we were talking about with Egg Slam.
Too real.
It's hard to feed your family when you're just smashing all the eggs, too, out of anger. It's hard to feed your family when you're smashing all the food instead of eating it.
What was for dinner? It was just eggs.
It was just eggs just on the table. You had to pick out the shells. It was... Anyway, but you want to feed your family in Agricola. And you got to plant grain and vegetables while supplementing your food supply with sheep, wild boar, and cattle. Guide your family to wealth, health, and prosperity, Matthew. And you'll win this game.
I won't win the game, but I will play.
I've never played Agricola.
You not played Agricola? You played Caverna?
No.
Have you played Feast for Odin?
No.
We should play that. That's on Board Game Arena.
I've played some other Uwe Rosenberg games.
You played At the Gate of Liang?
Nope.
That's a good one.
Is that a Uwe Rosenberg game?
Oh, that's a good one.
I've played Patchwork.
I knew you
I played Cottage Garden.
Yes, you have played Cottage Garden.
So there.
So take that.
Everyone. Regarding Agricola and its revised edition, viewer Helen W. simply says, Uve. 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 I got the easy quote. You had to read like 3 sentences, and I got to say 3 words.
I was worried he was going to appear behind us.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Can you imagine? He is in Germany now. What if he just... He's like... He's in the middle of signing something. He just like...
I must go. Someone needs me to explain resource management to them. Didn't Monique and David just meet Uwe Rosenberg?
They met Uwe Rosenberg. And put a picture in here.
They took a part of his soul away in the form of a Horcrux, I believe.
Yeah, they did. And they're going to take that now and have it with them. You're going to start to see it in all of their videos. The new necklace Monique is wearing, it's got a bit of Uwe's soul in it.
Blasting its way onto the next position is BattleTech Introductory Set. Designed to be an entry point into BattleTech for new players, allowing them to slug it out in 30-foot tall war machines known as battle mechs. The rules provide construction rules for building or customizing your own introductory level mechs, and a quick start rules for vehicles and infantry for players interested in simplified combined arms battles. The set also includes maps, a painting and tactics guide, cardstock reference sheets, a universe poster map of the BattleTech universe, and, thank heavens, 2 6-sided dice. Because what would we do without the dice?
What would we do if none of us have any dice anymore?
But if the dice weren't there, Paula...
It would be an issue. I honestly, I do feel that way. I'm like, I don't need you to give me 2 6-sided dice in this box. But if it didn't have them, I was like, wait, I need to roll dice and you didn't give them to me, I would be annoyed. So I'm a complicated person, I guess.
You are a complicated person. Viewer Darren S. says that it's a great introduction to the BattleTech universe. It's also a great excuse to play with mechs again.
Yeah.
There is a big Gundam video game out at the moment. I tell you what, it is... the video game. I'm excited about trying it.
The next device voted by viewers is the drinking games for people who never drink except when they do. A collection of 50 drinking games broken into 6 different categories: active, drinking, improv, team, word, and stupid. Some games are old standards but with a new twist, and others are little known. There's a game here to suit every get together.
Viewer Scott A says, seems like this would just be a deck of blank cards. And it doesn't come, though, with its own bottle of gin.
No, and again, like you say, oh, why would it need to come with its own bottle of gin? I have one right here.
I would like
to get... But if the game doesn't come with one, and now we're like, how am I supposed to drink without it coming in the box?
Our viewers have been playing this drinking game?
Apparently so. Look, play it with water, too, if you want. It's okay if you don't drink.
It isn't as good. I wanted to get my money's worth. Curling up at number 6 this month is Calico, a puzzly tile-laying game of quilts and cats.
I don't want to talk about this one. Can we skip it? Because I miss my cats.
Oh.
I'm in Germany and they are not, and I miss them. And the one cat on the box of Calico looks like Shepherd.
He's like, das lonely, Paula. In Calico, players compete to sew the coziest quilts. They collect and place patches of different colours and patterns, and each quilt has a particular pattern that must be followed, and players are also trying to create colour and pattern combinations that are not only aesthetically pleasing, but also able to attract the cuddliest cats.
I'll be honest, when I play this game, I'm not worried about, does this quilt look nice? I'm worried about...
Does this quilt score points?
Yes. Does this quilt score points?
Is this an AABBCC quilt that I need to get the points? And over here, what's going on? Big hole in the quilt over here, but over here, lots of points.
Grandma, thank you for the time you spent making me this quilt from a traditional pattern, but this quilt doesn't score any points. I've laid it on the bed, and no cat has sat on it. So please take it back, Grandma, because my quilt needs to score points. And there are not enough buttons.
It's an insult that you even provided this quilt, Grandma.
How dare you, Grandma?
Viewer Rob R says that Calico is a game about cozy cats sleeping on quilts and some nice colourful buttons. Hellish. Yes. Brilliant, but hellish. The same thing. That's the feeling we have in that game.
Yes. It is. It's amazing how a game that truly makes me feel like can also make me feel like you know?
Yeah. I have friends that make me feel like that.
Who are they? Creeping its way onto this month's list at number 5 is The Thing Infection at Outpost 31.
Not at Outpost 31.
Not Outpost 31. Have you seen The Thing, the movie?
All my friends are at Outpost 31.
Oh, I have bad news for you. This makes me want to watch this again. I think it's a really good movie. And the effects are good. I think they hold up because they're like kind of cheesy, but they're practical. Mm-hmm. So they hold up really well. And it's like, in a way that's fun to watch. Good movie. Thank you, John Carpenter, for that movie. But in this hidden identity game, players relive John Carpenter's sci-fi cult classic in a race to discover who among the team has been infected by this heinous life form. Play as one of 12 characters as you lead a series of investigations through the facility using supplies and equipment to clear the building. The tension mounts and paranoia ensues as the survivors question who they can trust in the ultimate race to survive. Nope. The tension mounts and paranoia ensues as the survivors question who they can trust as they race to save humanity.
Not you.
You can't trust me.
I have never trusted you.
I've played this game, and in it, you, vote. So at the end, not everyone can make it onto the helicopter to leave. And there is a hidden traitor. It's a hidden traitor game. So sometimes you might have to vote on who's going to get on the helicopter and go. And if you save the right people, then you as a team wins. And I was so convinced that this one person was definitely a good guy. And I voted for them. I was like, no, you're definitely going on the helicopter. And I voted for them. And guess what? They were the traitor.
That's the ultimate insult.
It was a pretty great moment in a hidden traitor game.
Well, good. Viewer Timothy W says this game is hard for the humans to win, but when they do, you feel a real sense of accomplishment. Also, you get to kill a monster with guns, flamethrowers, and dynamite.
It's pretty good.
That's all I ever really want from the game.
Flamethrowers. More flamethrowers, please. And you know what's the worst? When the game doesn't actually include the flamethrower in the box for you.
I'm like, you want me to pretend I'm using a flamethrower? Yeah. You haven't even provided a flamethrower?
I mean, come on.
I'm like, get Musk involved. That's what I'm saying. He was providing flamethrowers left, right, and centre.
Elon Musk.
I just call him Musk.
I was like, Musk, like a skunk's Musk? I didn't know what you were talking about.
Similar to that, actually.
Yeah,
similar to that, honestly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This episode was also made possible, in part, by new Marvel card sleeves featuring Jane Foster Thor, She-Hulk, and Magneto from Upper Deck. Upgrade your game and protect your cards with these awesome, limited edition Marvel character card sleeves. You are worthy to wield these Upper Deck store exclusive Jane Foster Thor card sleeves with as much ease as she wields Mjolnir. Additionally, the intense stress from fighting Thanos, plus the loss of her cousin Bruce, turned Jennifer Walters into the Grey She-Hulk. Now, protect your cards with She-Hulk sleeves before damaged cards make you this stressed out too. And while none of us can protect our cards with a magnetic force field, these Magneto card sleeves are the next best thing. Produced by Ultra Pro, these card sleeves are standard size, matte, and come with 65 cards per pack. So follow the link in this video's description to find the Jane Foster Thor sleeves exclusively at upperdeckstore.com, and the others everywhere else that quality card sleeves are found. Available now, while supplies last.
Taking root at number 4 is Living Forest.
We've played this.
I'm glad it's Living Forest, not Root, because if it was Root, it would be a bit on the nose.
It would be too much. Taking root at number 4 is Root.
Yeah, that would be too close.
No, but it's Living Forest.
That's Living Forest, where nature spirits try to save the forest and its sacred tree from the flames of the Onaibi. But they're not alone in their mission, as animal guardians have come to lend a hand around the circle of spirits. Mm-hmm. How just very kind of them to do that.
It's incredibly kind, you know? When animals just come, they're like, you know what? We'll come help.
If I was in the forest and just a bunch of woodland creatures started saying, hello, we're gonna help you, I'd be like...
You're like, what kind of drugs have I taken? Have I been playing that drinking game?
Yeah.
Because normally I don't drink, but sometimes I do.
I wouldn't trust the animals either. I'd be like, they're gonna turn on me at some point. I'm the sacrifice. Combine a team of animal guardians as best as possible to carry out the necessary actions, but be careful, some guardians are solitary and don't like to be mixed with others. Some content creators are like that.
Some content creators are like that. Viewer Stephen Waffle says, it's all so calm until the fire spirits start burning down your forest. The push your luck on the card draw is nail biting. It's true. I like it. This game has that kind of mechanism if you've played Mystic Vale. Mm-hmm. It has that same thing going on where you're drawing cards into your hand and certain symbols, rot or whatever it is in this game. I can't remember the exact name, but let's call it rot.
There's like night creatures.
It's like the bad symbol on the card, and if you get too many of them, you bust.
Yeah, those are
and you can take
solitary
less
They're
actions.
the solitary night animals that are powerful, but you don't want too many of them.
Yes. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, it all makes
sense.
It is fun. It's fun to keep drawing cards and seeing, like, can I get one more action? Can I get one more action? Oh, no, I lost all of them but one.
Is it fun, or is it just an impossible challenge that for the likes of me cannot do because I can't stop?
You can't stop, just like the game.
Just like the game can't stop. Never won, but when I do win, I tell you what, it's going to be amazing. One turn, that's all the game's going to last, and I'm going to win.
You want to win a game against Matthew? Play him in a push your luck game. Except for the couple of times when he absolutely smashes you because he didn't stop.
It's great.
Afloat at number 3 is Merchants and Marauders. There is a character in this game that...
Called Matthew?
Well, there might be. There's a character in this game that looks like my friend Roman.
Oh, really?
Players take on the role of either an influential merchant or a dreaded pirate. Merchants and Marauders.
I got you.
In the Caribbean during the golden age of piracy. Modify a ship, buy impressive vessels, load deadly special ammunition, and hire specialist crew members. Will your captain gain eternal glory and immense wealth? Or find their wet grave under the stormy surface of the Caribbean Sea? Surely there must be some middle ground. It can't just be one or the other. It can't just be like glory or a horrible death where you've drowned.
Nope. One or the other. It's that's it. That's what I've got in store for me. Either I'm going to be successful or I'm going to die in obscurity.
I don't feel good anymore.
That is how I feel all the time. I have that. That's the pressure I'm dealing with every day.
Viewer Michael L says, "Arr, arr, yar."
Oh, I pronounce that.
It's
yip year.
It's a pirate's life for me.
I heard a job.
Michael L, I hope you're happy that you made me say that.
I heard a German say cock-a-doodle-doo, and it's not the same.
What is it?
It's like kikariki, kikariki.
Kikariki, kikariki.
It's pretty cute. Planet claims the penultimate spot in this month's list, where the spark of life is about to jump from players' hands to spread throughout the world. Deploy mountain ranges and deserts. Is it happening right now?
I'm making a never-ending story reference. These hands. He's like, so strong, and yet could not save my friends. Why does anyone watch that movie?
It's pretty
It's
sad.
so sad.
It's pretty
and
sad.
it's scary.
There's a never-ending story, the board game, and the listed time is 20 minutes. True fact.
But we're talking about Planet.
Spread out oceans and glaciers as well was the end of the sentence I was on. Wisely form continents to create environments suitable for animal life, and maybe, just maybe, if you really apply yourself, you'll manage to create the most densely populated planet. Or maybe you'll just end up with big empty rock floating in the dead void of space. Surely there must be, again, some middle ground in this.
No. Those are the only two options in this game, in life, and everything.
We're going for the overpopulation on this planet, I believe.
Yes.
The moon? Mm-hmm. No one's hanging out on the moon.
No one talks about the moon anymore.
No one talks about the moon anymore. That's a reference to a live show that Watch It Play did. If you don't know it, then you need to get yourselves to where Watch It Play did on live shows. That's
Live on the radar from Aircon is what that was.
Oh, it was. That's on YouTube.
Yeah. Viewer Preston E says, the 3D tile placement aspect of this game is fantastic. Easy to learn, but hard to strategize over the course of the game. Love it. Have you played Planet?
I have played Planet. I played it at Gen Con with the Brothers Marv.
Oh, those guys.
I talk about them a lot, but I do
We
it just because I love them.
talk about them a lot.
It's a good game, but I was bad at it.
It's a thing where you have like a, and then you put, I've not played it, yeah.
And you go, I'm just going to put this here, it's perfect. And you go,
And then later
it's
you're
not
like,
perfect.
oh, why did I put that there?
It's terrible, I've made mistakes. Like how I feel about when I hang out with you. It's like, it's great. Made mistakes. You're great.
Have fun doing the last one all by yourself. I'm just going to sit here silently.
In that case, I'm going to talk about Go Nuts for Donuts. It's designed to be a fast-paced card game for the whole family with just a sprinkle of strategy, which is all the strategy we need.
Oh, I'm not talking. No, you will not trick me into doing this with you.
Outsmart your opponents, just like I did there, and collect donuts hot out of the oven for points. But beware, if two players go after the same donut, then no one gets it. Players all pick the donut they want by placing one of their numbered cards face down on the table and collect sets, unique and powerful donuts, and pairs of donuts to maximize profits.
Surely there's an option more than, this isn't actually an official callback, but it's either we both want the donut or none of us can have it. Can't you just cut the donut in half? Come on, people, sharing. It's a life skill.
Either I have that donut, Paula, or no one has donuts.
Egg smash!
Viewer Schmain says, I have 2 kids who love to ruin each other's plans. This game really lets you do that, but in a fun, cute, bucktooth donut kind of way.
I want donuts now.
I just
Should we
got
eat some
hungry.
donuts?
I got hungry.
There's those little donuts at Essen.
Oh, yeah, there are.
Yeah, maybe we get some of those today.
Can you hear my stomach? Did you hear my stomach rumble
I just did, yeah.
My body just went, you want donuts? You want donuts?
Except I also want donuts, so guess what? Neither one of us can have
No
it.
one gets donuts!
And that's a sampling of what our viewers have been playing this month. Follow the link in the description of this video to our Patreon, where you can support what we're doing here at Watch It Played and also have the opportunity to vote on the very games that make it onto this list.
Yeah!
Those are the people whose choices we're talking about.
Until next time, everyone, thank you for watching. Bye!
Bye.